stock which is in focus. Moody's has assigned a BAA3 rating to the company, says the outlook is stable. The stock, however, fails to take any cheer from this news. CNBC TV18's Alexander Matthew caught up with the Group CFO, VS Parthasarathy, and began by asking him, what does Moody's rating mean for the group?
Okay. Thank you first, and I'm quite enthusiastic about what we have achieved as a milestone. So just let me kind of follow back saying this is a big milestone in M&M's journey, which is now 70 years. Yeah. And this is a big moment in our journey going forward of being one of the 50 most admired global brands. So and this is at a time when the entire world, global economy is under great amount of stress. So it's a VUCA environment, and at this environment, I'm very delighted that M&M has got a rating of BAA3 by Moody, which is an investment grade, and it is the same as India's sovereign rating of BAA3. So it affirms to me a lot of things by both the rating agency and the world at large.
So when we're talking about borrowing from external markets, what are the limits that M&M has as far as foreign currency denominated debt? Are there limits to the external debt that you can borrow, and what is the kind of debt that you're looking to raise in the near to medium term?
The two questions. First and foremost is that what are the limits? So technically there are no limits, and we have huge, reasonable high headway. So if you wanted to borrow something from outside, we can. I have an option, but no obligation. Yeah, so that's how I'll put it. When it comes to my own borrowing, today I have, for example, I've stated that I have capex, which I've next 3 years of 7,500 crores and investment of 2,500. So a bouquet of 10,000 crore is what we are going to think about investing and spending on capex. I think I've got a many options of managing it with. One of this is corporate bonds and international issue.
So the second question, and basically because I'm going to cut this later, I'm going to ask you this question again, is that you've stated very recently and over a period of time that your capex over the next 3 years is going to be between 7,500 to 10,000 crores. Yeah. How much of that do you expect will be raised via debt, both in India as well as abroad?
Okay, so this is like a kind of a chess game, that you have a lot of pieces that you have, and you want to use whichever is the best usage for that. So I have one more now armory in my thing that I can raise it through international bond. So I'll be using many of this, and of course I do earn a lot of cash from the business itself, and put this in and have the ability to therefore press the buttons which needs to be pressed at that point of time.
So when we're talking about the Indian context, where in a scenario where the rates are falling, there's expectation over the next 12 months that's going to be a further 50 basis point cut by the RBI policy rates. In this context, does it become more attractive as a large group in India to raise money from the bond market because the interest rates are low?
You would recall, Alex, a couple of years back, you and I spoke about M&M issuing the first ever 50-year bullet repayment bond, 500 crores. So it's never been done, it's trends. That's because we believe that Indian bond market over a period of time will mature, and we want to play a part in it. So clearly that's one more armory. And there is foreign market, and both of them have its place in our global aspiration of going forward. So coming back to this rating, just to end off, I would say that, it's like this, that it's a small step by FNA community, by the finance community, to say that, small step by FNA community is, I hope, will be a giant leap for the M&M's rise journey.
Okay. So if we're talking about your foreign denominated debt as it stands today, how much is that? Have you raised at all?
We have raised something through ECB in the past. Yeah, we've not gone through the bond market because this is our debut rating. But we have raised some money through ECBs, and that would be in the range of 250 to 300 million today as it stands. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try one last time. In this current financial year, what is the expectation? Can we expect a foreign debt issue from Mahindra?
I can't complain with whatever funds today I have, and I can't explain what I will do about my future, because then I'll be predicting what the future is, and I don't think it is my pay grade to do so. So I will leave it for things to unfold in its course of time. But it's certainly one more piece of armory that I have as I look forward.
All right, that's an M&M.